Dear students, in this lecture we shall learn about the input coefficient matrix. It's a matrix which is related with the Leontief's contribution to economics. Let us see in detail. So basically it is attributed to Vasily Leontief, who in 1951 gave this idea. Static version is what we are talking about, because we know that in analysis we can do static analysis, we can do comparative static analysis, and we can also do dynamic analysis. लेकिन अब हम जिस वर्जन की बात कर रहे हैं वो है static analysis, that is, it doesn't change over time. So if we consider this technique in static version, it poses the question that what level of output should each of the n industries in an economy produce. So it's about the production, how much the industries in an economy should produce. एक economy में, for example, if there are n industries, how much they should produce. This is a kind of question that this tool will put, in order that it will just be sufficient to satisfy the total demand for that product, and that output should be that much that it should be able to deal with the or satisfy the demand for that product. Now this question comes out in two forms. We will see that in detail as we go ahead. So primarily we are clear about what exactly we are talking about. It's about production and how much of the production. Now this is input-output analysis because it deals with the inputs and outputs. An output of one industry is needed as the input in another industry. So this will happen because there are backward and forward linkages in industries, because the input of one industry can serve as the output of another and vice versa. जैसे agricultural firms की agricultural production जो होती है, it is used as the input in the agro-based industries. Therefore, there are connections between industries that we shall try to address in this technique. Now, this in one word or in one phrase can be termed as inter-industry dependence, because industries का आपस में एक dependence का मामला है, which is dealt with in this case. Now, it can be of great use for economic planning, because this is what economic planning is, planning about each sector of the economy, how much they should produce and how they should produce. And the question is about the correct level of output. Now this correct is a certain word that is not just limited to equilibrium, where we try to equate the supply and demand. Rather, we are talking about the technical relations between the inputs and outputs of various industries. So correct is about the technical relations of the inputs and outputs. Now, we also talk about the mathematical side of it. If we consider it mathematically, it is simply a matter of solving the simultaneous equations. We also introduce matrices in it. We also use determinants in it. However, in the background, these are simultaneous equations that need to be solved. And it is quite intuitive to know that in every economy there are many industries. We just cannot say that we have one industry या किसी economy में दो या तीन industries होंगी. Broadly speaking, we can say there are three sectors, but there are many industries. So हम यहाँ पर अपनी आसानी के लिए simplified examples को consider करें. However, we admit that there is a large number of industries in any economy. Now there are a few assumptions. Just like in every economic tool of analysis, we have assumptions. Here the assumption is that each industry has homogeneous output. They are producing similar sort of products, or in case of joint product, it is also permissible. वो एक से ज़्यादा joint product वो भी produce कर सकते हैं. But heterogeneous products, they are not permitted. This is the point in this assumption. Each industry has fixed input ratio for output, so the ratio shall remain the same in this case, and also constant returns to scale which will hold in each industry, which in other words means that k-fold increase or any number of increase in the inputs will lead to the same fold or same times increase in the output. So basically this input coefficient matrix, which is actually the title of our lecture, is basically a kind of matrix that contains the input coefficients. What are these input coefficients? We shall see in the next slide. Input coefficient is composed of a ratio where the numerator contains the inputs and the denominator contains the outputs, and they are in monetary terms. In this case we are using Pakistani rupee, so it's not in physical terms, it is in monetary terms, which will make this homogeneous to compare to calculate the ratio of. So it is in monetary terms. Now this can be denoted with the help of Aij. In this case we are using Aij, and input I is considered and j is representing the output. As we shall see in upcoming slides that how this set of input coefficients appear in a matrix. Now how can this be calculated, this ratio? Simply by putting their values, that is 0.35. If this is the value, for example, of A32 in that matrix, it means that 0.35 rupees input of 3, that is the third input. It should be third, right? It's not the second, it is the third. So if 0.35 pkr input of, that is the third input, is needed in producing 1 pkr of the second output. So you see the first letter or the first number in the subscript is denoting the output, is denoting the input, and the second one is denoting the output. So in this way it becomes input-output coefficient. Now this is a matrix which is tabulated in this further matrix, because in addition to this matrix we have this additional set of rows and additional column, which is helpful to explain, because in columns we have outputs and in rows we have inputs. So A11 means A input and output. So the first number in the subscript is the input and the second one is the output. So you can guess that this is pertaining to the first input and this is pertaining to the last input. और वही जो products हैं उन्हें जब हम output के तौर पे consider करेंगे तो ये है हमारे पास पहले output का column और ये है हमारे पास आखिरी output का column. So in this way हम इसे एक generalized form में mention कर सकते हैं and we can adjust as many of the inputs and outputs as we want to. Now one thing that should be clear is that यहाँ पर inputs और outputs basically mutual हैं. एक input किसी industry में output है and vice versa. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई input किसी और industry में किसी भी जगह output के तौर पे इस्तेमाल ना हो. So therefore these are not different. आप देख रहे होंगे 1 की जगह रोमन सिस्टम में 1 है और n की जगह there is n. हमने ऐसा नहीं किया कि इसको m से शो किया हो या किसी और नोटेशन से, बिकॉज एक जगह पर वो प्रोडक्ट इनपुट है और दूसरी जगह पर वो आउटपुट है. इट इज़ द सेम प्रोडक्ट इन रियल. नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट द नंबर ऑफ कोफिशिएंट्स इन द इनपुट मैट्रिक्स. उसे हम कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. अगर आप देखें देयर आर n कॉलम्स एंड n रोज. सो इन दिस वे आप कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं कि कितने कोफिशिएंट्स डेवलप होंगे. यहाँ पर एक इंटरेस्टिंग फीचर है और वो ये है कि अगर ये जो प्रिंसिपल डायगोनल के एलिमेंट्स हैं अगर सारे ज़ीरो हों तो इसका मतलब ये होगा कि जो एक फर्म की आउटपुट है वो उसी के अंदर एज एन इनपुट यूज़ नहीं हो रही. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर फूड के सेक्टर की बात हो रही है तो वो फूड अपने ही सेक्टर के अंदर एज इनपुट यूज़ नहीं हो रही. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल स्टील अपने ही सेक्टर में यूज़ हो सकती है प्रोडक्शन के लिए, बट इफ़ दिस डज नॉट हैपन और इन तमाम सेक्टर में अगर ऐसा ही हो जैसे पहला सेक्टर अपने प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में अपनी इनपुट को यूज़ नहीं करे, then we would say it will be equal to 0 because there is no connection between the two. Therefore अगर ये सारे 0 हों इसका मतलब ये होगा कि इनपुट्स अपने लिए आउटपुट्स को इस्तेमाल नहीं कर रहे. So this is one of the situations, but it rarely happens because most of the times what happens is कि एक सेक्टर जब कोई प्रोडक्ट बनाता है तो वो उसके अंदर एज एन इनपुट यूज़ होती है. जस्ट लाइक स्टील sector uses its own steel in the process of production and so on. Now this is an example of in real life, in real life we can have many sectors out of which we have only borrowed 5 and these are usually considered sectors जिसकी हम आम तौर पे बात करते हैं. और आप देख सकते हैं कि इसके अंदर इनपुट कोफिशिएंट्स जो हैं इनपुट आउटपुट कोफिशिएंट्स दे आर मेंशन्ड इन अ न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू और उनकी वैल्यू सबकी वैल्यू 1 से लेस है. इट शोज़ दैट दे आर कैलकुलेटेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ रेशियो, जैसे कि आपने फॉर्मूले में देखा था.